They called him the chosen one at just 15. Barcelona's youngest ever starter, Spain's youngest ever goal scorer, the kid who dribbled like Messi and smiled like he already knew the future was his. But here's the question. When everyone is telling you that you're a superstar at 16, does pride creep in? And if it does, is pride setting up Lamine Yamal for the same fall that has swallowed so many wonder kids before him? When a superstar is born at 16, every gesture becomes a message. And Lamine Yamal has started making his own. After a goal, he places an invisible crown on his head, a quiet coronation, a bold self-declaration. It's a gesture that has already stirred debate. He first did it in a game against Mallorca, thumping his chest and then lowering that phantom crown, a signal he wants to be king of Barca or the world. The club even defended it. Manager Hansi Flick dismissed criticism, saying he's unfazed by gestures because this is how legends mark their territory. But gestures don't exist in a vacuum. Some nights ago, the Ballon d'Or went to Ousmane Dembele. Yamal finished second, and his father, Monir Nasraoui, didn't hold back. He called it the biggest moral damage done to a human being, insisted something very strange had happened, and claimed that his son was unfairly robbed of what he deserved. He did not call it theft, but the tone was damning. He believes Yamal has no rival, and that next year the Ballon d'Or will be Spanish. Then there's Lamine's response, notably restrained and gracious. He publicly congratulated Dembele on a great season. In doing so, he deflected overt controversy, but the tension between ambition and humility is now louder than ever. Lamine Yamal's story is pure lightning. From La Masia's fields straight to the Camp Nou spotlight. At 16, he wasn't just surviving against grown men, he was thriving. Assist after assist, cutting through defenses with a left foot that whispered Messi but carried its own fire. By the Euros, he was already Spain's spark. Not just a passenger, but the kid who carried expectation on his shoulders. But here's where the story bends. Football isn't just about talent. It's about humility, discipline, and patience. And this is where the cracks begin to show. Reports of cockiness, of believing he's already arrived. Body language on the pitch when he doesn't get the ball. The occasional gesture that says, "I'm the star here." These are tiny details, but in football history, tiny details have ruined careers. Think of Boyan Krkic, even Ansu Fati, all prodigies. All told, they were the next big thing before they could even buy a drink legally. Pressure built, pride crept in, and the body or the mind couldn't carry the weight. Barcelona has seen this movie before, and so has the world. For every Messi, there are 10 what could have been stories. Remember Alen Halilovic from Croatia? Signed by Barcelona at 16 and hailed as the Croatian Messi. By his mid-20s, he was bouncing around clubs like Hamburg, Birmingham, and Reading before returning to Croatia. What a Freddie Adu of the United States. Dubbed the next Pelé, at just 14, he signed a professional contract with DC United. Despite trials at Manchester United and Benfica, he never established himself at the top level. There are many more next big thing that never made it to become the big thing. Adriano, Gael Kaká, Alexander Pato, Denilson, Neil Lamptey, Macaulay Chrysanthus, Ibrahim Afellay, and many others. Here's the irony. Pride is also what makes Lamine Yamal special. That swagger, that confidence to take on defenders twice his size. Without it, he wouldn't be who he is. But if that pride turns into arrogance, into entitlement, into shortcuts in training, the fall will be brutal. Football is merciless with players who believe talent alone will save them. The saving grace? He has mentors. Flick at Barcelona has been careful, guiding him, mentoring him, and protecting him from burnout. Spain's coaches have tried to shield him from overexposure. But can anyone truly control the hype when a kid is breaking records every month? When brands, media, and fans are all calling him the future of football? Even Messi himself had moments where grounding came from family and teammates. Yamal needs the same anchors now more than ever. That invisible crown is more than flair, it's a symbol. In sports, symbols become identity. By crowning himself, Yamal broadcasts belief. But what's confidence in a teen can tip into arrogance too soon. From Leo Messi's quiet mastery to Cruyff's mystique, the legends knew when to assert and when to restrain. Yamal is testing the boundary early. Tell me, is pride going before the fall of Lamine Yamal? The truth is, it depends on what happens next. If he learns to balance swagger with humility, if he listens to mentors and accepts that greatness is a marathon, not a sprint, he could become the best right-sided forward of the next decade. But if pride takes over, if he starts believing he's untouchable at 18, history tells us exactly what happens. The fall is fast, and the game moves on. Yamal's journey now pivots on a razor. Will the crown become weight? Pride must be tempered by humility, by work ethic. He plays with swagger, necessary in a world that undervalues confidence. But if the swagger morphs into entitlement, the fall is swift. The line between believing you are king and behaving like one is thin, and many prodigies have crossed it too early. So here's where I stand. The world is watching. Yamal is already wearing a crown. Some see it, some mock it. His father's words have poured gasoline on the narrative. And the question haunts us. Will that crown become his undoing or his throne? The next few seasons will tell. Which side do you think he's heading toward? Leave your take below, and trust me, this won't be the last time we debate Lamine Yamal's rise or fall. Please, kindly subscribe, like, share, and turn on the notification button. Thank you.